My dad was a wrestling fan, and I was born in Memphis, Tennessee, and one of the things that my mom blames my dad for me doing this is because before I could even walk, my dad would have me in little holds and going 1, 2, kick out, 1, 2, kick out, 1, 2, So I mean, it was just it's been a part of my life. It's just something that was in my household. Period. It was always there. So there was never a time where I had to sit back and say, is this something I love to do? Is this something? It was. Of course, it was. I grew up watching it. And then my dad would take us to the Mid-South Coliseum on Monday nights to watch wrestling, and that's it was just embedded in me. There was nothing. I can't remember. I knew I wanted to do this at about 5 years old.
Stuff called cable television, and I thought it was for rich people, but we got it in the apartment complex that we moved back into, and they had I saw the Horseman break Dusty Rhodes' leg, and I just looked at my dad and I was like, what?
But we lean towards more NWA, because some of the guys that we'd see on the regional areas, they'd go to WWF and they'd be all, it's really circusy, gimmicky.
Talk to this guy. What the hell's wrong with him? I thought he was a piece of crap. So then finally I just get involved and we're all shucking and jiving. Then Tecmo Bowl ends and we start watching Portland wrestling, and we're watching the Grappler and stuff like that. And then at that point, that's where he and I actually started to talk a little bit more and a little bit more. And then from there, it was a high cross body. It was the first thing that
Billy Michael Modest helped start our foundation, both of us. And then shortly after that, and that's where we actually met up with Big Ugly, we still run with today, but we kind of like split paths with him a little bit, met him there, and then he left too as well. And we left, went back home to Oregon, had to go back home to Oregon, and Oregon had opened that night. We won their tag titles. So the first night we ever stepped in the ring together as
I said, he coached at the high school that we went to. We ended up coaching the freshman girls basketball team together. And every time we walked into any high school, they would walk up to us and go, "Hey guys, the wrestling room's up that way." And we're like, "We're not here for wrestling." And like, "Are you guys brothers?" And it was always weird, "Are you guys brothers?" And so once we got to Tito's and he's like, "Hey, are you guys brothers?" And then we do the retraining thing. It felt like
you learned over there, you applied over here, and and from then on, it's been one of those things where coming back here, Oregon just kind of seemed to welcome us with open arms, and Oregon's been very.
Bruiser, God rest his soul.
Yeah.
When he was training us at that straight glass gym.
Yeah.
He brought Piper by one night, so Piper was the first taste for me. I had an opportunity to get trained by Piper that night. Piper got in the ring with us, talked about how to
that one people. Egotistical guy in the locker room in Oregon. Really, they're all the guys are really good guys and want to learn from each other and want to help each other, and that's a bonus. And that you don't have that in some locker rooms I've been in where you got that a few of these guys are egomaniacs, or the kid that just knows it all, won't listen to the veteran, or won't listen to a guy that's done so much more than him, So it was like that at first. It was like that at first when I came back. But it'll give you a little insight on this guy. This guy moves at one speed. Period. End of story. And he's not exactly quick about it. He reminds me of my 13-year-old daughter. I got to tell her at least 45 minutes before I want to go anywhere that we got to go now in order for her to get ready by the time we really have to go. Long story short, he sets the alarm. We're supposed to go to Sacramento. This time we actually get a fly we get a fly. Okay? So this guy puts the alarm, and for some reason the alarm doesn't go off. Okay? Curse number 1. 2, so we finally, that time I drove to the airport at about 100 miles an hour. We finally get there, and I'm running to the gate. I'm running to the gate. I look back, and he's walking. He's just walking, dum-de-dum-de-dum. What are you doing? And dum-de-dum-de-dum. Of course, we didn't make that flight.
When we fly,
yep.
Every time we fly, no matter what airport we're in America, we'll be standing in line, and you take your shoes off, whatever, and they'll come over, and a TSA security officer, who one of the legit looking ones, who looks like they mean business, they come over and they tap us on the shoulder and they're like, "We need you right over there."
And the next thing you know, I'm taking off my shirt.
What's going on? Well, we need you over there. Well, what's that? You've been specially chosen to be specially searched. Like, excuse me? Yeah, we need to search you guys. The saddest part about indie wrestling is most promoters, ones I've worked for, ones I haven't worked for, that I know around the way and stuff like that, feel this sense of entitlement that because they put up a wrestling ring and maybe rented a venue, like we owe them so much, like this opportunity that they've given us, you know, instead of them approaching it, you know, from the standpoint of a business, you know, where I'm running a business, I'm entertaining people, and I'm going to have the entertainers get paid.
But this is actually something that I feel that I am at least entertaining, and at least have been able to make those other guys proud, like Matt and Lenny and Roddy and you know, Mike Miller and all those, a lot of the guys that we've come across here, that have reached out and taken the time to set us aside and say, you guys, you know, keep it up. Did it, you know, really words of encouragement that you don't see in a lot of locker rooms.